minor accidents may have a major impact. Prime Video's Jack Reacher series remains faithful to Lee Child's Jack Reacher crime thriller books in that it centers on seemingly insignificant actions that spiral into elaborate plots involving heinous villains. Starring Alan Ritchson, Smallville, the program faithfully adapts Child's first Reacher novel, Killing Floor, about a former military investigator named Jack Reacher who now basically travels the U.S. Rather than a vagabond, he is a hobo, according to Reacher. The screenwriter of Usual Suspects adapted and directed One Shot, the ninth novel in the Reacher series, into the 2012 thriller Jack Reacher, before Tom Cruise gave Christopher McQuarrie control of the Mission Impossible franchise. Even though Cruise is obviously no match for the 6'5", 230 pounds monster depicted in Child's novels, the tone of the first film was spot on and lifelong readers reluctantly came on board. In contrast to the excellent source material, Cruise's sequel, Jack Reacher, Never Look Back, was a boring, formulaic military thriller. Jack Reacher went into seclusion after the picture was unceremoniously panned by both viewers and critics. The first season of the new Reacher series, consisting of 8 episodes, is now streaming on Amazon Prime. The program has been renewed for a second season, so let's examine how the first one concluded and what we may deduce about Reacher's upcoming journey. Jack Reacher is a retired major who once served in a military investigative team and is now free to roam the nation. He travels to Margrave, Georgia, a little village, with the sole intention of discovering the resting place of the renowned blues musician Blind Blake. Reacher is unlucky because he shows up in town the day after the violent murder of a local guy called Pete Jobling and another man whose identity is still a mystery. After an eyewitness identified Reacher as being in the area, the Margrave police force brought the large stranger in with great care, denying him a slice of the world-famous peach pie that is George's specialty. Among the people Reacher crosses paths with are Margrave's head investigator Finley, Malcolm Goodwin, a Boston transplant who deals with his own demons, and Roscoe, Willa Fitzgerald, a police officer from the neighborhood who ends up falling for Reacher. After agreeing to examine the unidentified body, Reacher is shocked to learn that it belongs to his elder brother Joe, Christopher Russell, even though he has proof that he was on a Greyhound bus at the time of the killings. Even though the brothers haven't been in contact, Reacher is resolute in staying in town until the murders of Joe are apprehended. Joe was the one who first informed him about Blind Blake and his presumed resting site. Reacher spends a weekend in jail with Paul Hubble, an Atlanta financier played by Mark Bendavid, while Finley investigates Reacher's tale. The mild-mannered banker promptly and unconvincingly admits to the crimes when the trail of evidence leads to Hubble's door. As an alternative to a temporary detention center, someone plots to house Reacher and Hubble among the most vulnerable inmates. When an armed gang of inmates attacks, Reacher kills them all with ease.